Randy Orton is injured and is possibly in doubt for WrestleMania. A new champion was crowned on last night's Monday Night Raw, and 2 top Raw stars have turned heel. More on that in a little while. Yes, hello everybody. Hello Andrew.
Hi.
It's time for the news. First of all, yes, sad news for Randy Orton, who was... well, it certainly seemed like he was injured on Raw during the tag match between RK Bro and the Street Profits. It came in one of those moments where, like, it looks fairly innocuous, where you think, oh, it's not a huge high spot or anything, but it reminds you that wrestling there can always be injuries.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was taking Montez Ford's splash off the top rope and just looked to be in immediate pain. He was then meant to get sort of a false finish, kind of foot on the rope kind of thing, but was unable to, and the ref counted the 3, which probably was a good thing. There's been a lot of people saying that because the match ended straight away, maybe further injury was avoided.
I think that was a good shout on whoever called that's behalf, whether it was the referee in the match. I don't know whether it looked as though Angelo Dawkins was, perhaps he might have even seen what had happened there and kind of like, it felt like he'd pushed Orton's foot off the rope. Either he was trying to help get Orton's foot on the rope to carry the match on, or he'd seen what had happened and then
tried to stop the match.
Like, he's hurt, let's just finish it there.
Either or. The unfortunate news for Orton as well is that it looks to be a shoulder issue, and he's got a history, obviously, of shoulder issues. The referee then apparently appeared to pass the message to the back that Orton was injured, and the match finished pretty soon after that. There is a worry, of course, with it being March now. It's March the 1st, that he may miss WrestleMania because of this. But hopefully, because as I mentioned, a lot of people are saying that because the match was stopped so soon, hopefully it's the sort of injury that he can recover from in time. Because it looked as though he wasn't going to be like a big main event title match or anything, but Orton was playing quite a crucial role in the storylines heading towards WrestleMania with Riddle and with RK Bro and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'll be. It's going to be like a surprise to see what happens with. I mean, Bobby Lashley. Perhaps Bobby Lashley will be back as well in time for WrestleMania. Like, there seems to be a few injuries knocking about at the moment for bigger stars as well. So that's quite a shock to the system, I think, for WWE. They're wondering what's kind of gonna happen at WrestleMania this year.
Yeah, there might have to be a few, like a little bit of reshuffling of certain storylines to well, as they learn more, I guess, about the condition of people like Randy Orton, who, of course, we hope gets well very quickly indeed. Also, it was a very eventful Raw, actually. Oh, yes, indeed. There was a new champion crowned on Raw as Finn Balor defeated Damien Priest to become the US champion for the first time in his career. And apart from the WWE Championship, Balor has now won every singles title available to him in WWE. So good for him.
Good for him. Surprising, given that WWE was said to be not really hot on Finn Balor at all. There was no real sort of creative direction for him.
He disappeared quite a bit from TV.
He did, for quite a long time, and now he's come back, won the belt, and I'm hoping it's not a Shinsuke Nakamura situation where he wins the belt and then just nothing happens for a very, very long time.
Oh, it could be. I would say that the way that Raw has handled its secondary title has been better than the way that SmackDown has.
Without a doubt.
Priest has certainly been featured more than Nakamura, at least as a champion. Nakamura was on TV as like a hype man for Rick Boogs.
Yeah.
It was originally meant to be his hype man. It was odd.
It was weird. It was very, weird. Very strange.
He only made a handful of defenses of the belt as well. But now, on the other side of things, yes, Damien Priest has lost the belt to Finn Balor. But the storyline doesn't look to be over yet, because not only was there a new champion on Raw, but there were 2 heel turns on Raw as well. Two. One of them being Damien Priest, so we'll get to that first because it came in the aftermath of this match where he cut a heel promo saying the fans never gave him the respect that they give Balor, and saying that he's going to win the championship back to spite us, which is very nasty of him. Yeah, no, us.
Me and you specifically.
And the rest of the WWE universe. He then attacked Finn Balor, hit him with a razor's edge onto the announce table, and when he walked away, he said, "I'm the bad guy." I tried to nay then, it went all tight. It went so wrong. He said, "I am the bad guy, you're right." Embracing that dark side of his, because he's been doing the whole duality of man thing.
For a while now as well.
Yeah, for quite a while actually,
I wonder if we're going to get Demon Finn Balor versus Damien at WrestleMania. I mean, do you know what? Damien Priest and Finn Balor had a good few matches in NXT as well. I think they work really well together. So if this feud continues for a little bit longer, I'm quite happy to see that happen on Raw.
Yeah, I think I am as well. Yeah. I think I am as well. But at the same time, I do worry for Damien Priest, because there's the joke that was going around saying like Priest gets a sudden push up the card when they think Bad Bunny might be coming back, and then when he doesn't, they're like, oh, Priest. Now that he's turned heel, does that mean that Bad Bunny isn't coming back? We don't know.
Who knows? Who knows?
But we'll have to wait and see. I wouldn't be surprised if he turned up at WrestleMania.
Maybe Bad Bunny comes back to put Damien in his place. You're not a bad man, you're a good man.
You're a good boy.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you through the art of wrestling. Also, it wasn't, I mean, it was a big heel turn. I'm not saying it wasn't, but there was an even bigger heel turn last night as well. It was none other than the Rated R superstar Edge.
Wow.
Because he's been doing this open challenge thing, of course. He was saying, I want to add to my WrestleMania legacy. I'm throwing an open challenge out there. And it was answered by AJ Styles. Now, I just thought it was going to be a good guy versus good guy. They're just going to see who's the better man.
Yeah.
No, not at all, Andrew.
Well, you see, I was thinking about this whilst watching the segment. I was like, do you know what? I kind of like it's sort of reminiscent of last year's WrestleMania where Edge was he was like kind of in between, right? He was doing heelish things but still kind of being a good guy. And I like the fact that Edge turns the intensity up at WrestleMania, perhaps knowing that he doesn't have too many more WrestleManias left in his career. So he kind of ups the intensity and wants to have big epic matches with people, like dream matches, you know. And I kind of like that. I might be thinking way too into it.
No,
there,
I think you're right. You're right.
But I enjoy it when Edge gets like this. I think this is when Edge is at his best.
I think so as well. He demanded a handshake, or he offered a handshake, sorry, to AJ Styles. It was all very friendly, but then he cheap shot at him, hit him with a low blow, and 2 concertos as well. And then afterwards, it says in our notes here, he seemed conflicted at moments, despite the aggressiveness of the attack. I'm not going to read too much into that, because Edge always seems conflicted.
He just does a thing. He pulls his hair back, shows that wonderful hairline, does all this puffy with his cheeks.
Yeah.
And that's the Edgeisms.
I wish I was still the drummer in the Foo Fighters. He looks a lot like it.
He does. He really does.
And he's a big Foo Fighters fan as well.
Is he?
Yeah, Edge is a big Foo Fighters fan. He had them. He played. He got them to play Foo Fighters over the speakers at his Hall of Fame induction.
I don't even remember that for some reason. What did they play?
I think it was, I honestly can't remember.
Okay.
I was going to say Times Like These, but it might have been Learning to Walk, but that's just the video package one they use sometimes.
Yeah, no, they did use that one.
Right,
they used that for when he came back as well, right?
Maybe that's what I've mistaken.
That could be it. That could be
He likes the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Also, I saw Dave Grohl on Hot Ones. It was a wonderful episode.
Oh, he's so good.
Yeah,
he's such a
They got really
boy.
drunk. Okay, and finally... I was trying to use that
turns
as
into a
segue.
podcast when we're on the
They
news.
got really drunk. Anyway, yeah, it does. Also, further matches have been added to WrestleMania 38. 2 matches in particular. One, Edge versus AJ Styles. We kind of know that one already, but it has been officially locked in. And also, the women's tag team title match. One of the less utilized titles in WWE at the moment, as Queen Zelina and Carmella will defend against Naomi and Sasha Banks. Andrew, I am sad. I'm sad. I'm a big Sasha Banks fan. I think she's and Naomi as well.
And Naomi fan as well.
I think they probably both should have better matches than this at WrestleMania.
Yeah, with that, I mean, I agree. If the problem is, right, we say this every single time, when 2 really incredible women's wrestlers get the tag team belts, we're always like, this is it, right? This is the start of where these belts actually don't just become a joke. And I was going to say it again, but I'm a little bit trepidatious to say it again.
I'm not even certain they're going to win the match, Andrew.
Really?
I'd probably err on the side of it being Sasha and Naomi.
Yeah.
But Carmella has hinted that when she wins, her and Corey Graves are going to have sort of a Edge and Lita-esque live sex celebration in the middle of the ring.
Yay.
Probably to promote their reality show. Corey
Graves, man. Carmella versus Edge and Beth Phoenix.
I mean, but Edge has got a bigger fish to fry now.
He does at the moment.
Technically smaller fish to fry, but it's AJ Styles. But he's higher on the card fish to fry.
Yes.
I don't know what to think of this. Have you seen the trailer for Corey and Carmella's reality show?
I saw in the chat you were all like, it's saucy, and I was like, too hot for my eyes. Can't be watching that.
It's just... I don't know how to describe it. The key theme is that they get together a lot, but they're engaged. So yeah.
So it makes sense.
Wow, I can't believe it.
So naughty.
She's like, get out of here, guys. We're going in the shower now.
Scandalous.
Get the camera crew out of here. And then a few moments later on, it's like, this showers. We could do some stuff in here. I'm like, you've made that joke already.
Oh my god.
Mella.
Whoa! You can't call her by that name. That's for Corey to do.
Yes, sorry, Corey. And I hope you win at WrestleMania. Thanks very much for watching. We will be back with more news later on today. And I can't think of anything else to. Have a wonderful time. Have a wonderful day.
time.
Have a lovely day. And we'll see you very soon.